All right, back we go on our way to the library for our weekly stint, lovely stint as librarian, where I get to peruse hundreds and thousands of books and help people find books and find books for myself. I'm taking back like 10 books today. I've been reading since oh my goodness, library being so close. Anyways, I want to say something about the coronavirus. Now, don't get me wrong, I worked in a hospital for several years in a clinical setting in physical therapy. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to say anything about the technical or medicinal definitions or insights about the virus itself. I will say this, that coronavirus is basically simply a family of viruses that include the common cold, the flu, and other things. And this one's kind of new. It has new components. They don't know what to do about it. And there's a lot of, in my opinion, fear-mongering about it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be careful, etc., and all that. But the media lives on fear. If it's not fear, it doesn't swing. But if it's not fear, it doesn't boogie. It's got to be fear. The church is the same way. A lot of fear in the church, a lot of fear in the media, and that's just part of the game. This thing is, wait a minute, hang on. Yeah, that's better. So I did a little research, and I found out something. You know, there's how many deaths are there in the U.S. because of the coronavirus? I don't know, 5 or 6, I don't know how many there are. But did you know that the flu in America, the flu, kills 50,000 people a year? Pneumonia in America kills about 50,000 people a year. Measles in America kills just over 60,000 people a year. So that's 160,000 people a year in America that die of 3 completely preventable diseases by vaccine, by better lifestyle. Preventable. I mean, 160,000 people a year. That's the city of Tempe, Arizona. That's the city of Ontario, California. That's the city of Cheyenne, Wyoming. The whole city of Tempe, the whole city of Cheyenne, the whole city of Ontario, and I could name others, Lancaster, California, Peoria, Arizona. Those whole cities die, the entire city dies every year from 3 preventable diseases. And yet you don't hear a thing about it. Nobody is rising up. The Centers for Disease Control in Washington, D.C. Warning. Warning, warning. Or even the WHO, the World Health Organization. You know, in 17-18, 140,000 people worldwide died from measles. And that was up from 90,000 in 2016. And yet nobody was blaring, oh, look out, oh no, because they're preventable. And most of them occur, I mean, you know, I just, without saying anything about the danger of the coronavirus, I am going to say this. The media, the bureaucracy, Big Brother, whether it's religious, secular, fear is a big number. And so, oh, goody, goody, we have a new and different strain of a disease. We can really ring the alarm bells big time. Now, are the alarm bells worth the ringing that's going on? We'll find out. But the the way it's being covered, in my opinion, is fear-mongering and also political. Now, I don't care who is president, who you want to be president. I don't care. I don't care whether you're Democrat or Republican. I don't care whether you're progressive or conservative. You can even be a socialist. I don't care. It's a free country. But to blame, whether it's Barack Obama, Donald Trump, FDR, Abraham Lincoln, I don't care. No matter who it is, to now blame the President of the United States for the coronavirus problem is so stupid. And frankly, I don't understand why anybody watches. I don't. I can't stand it. It's too stupid. Why anybody glues themselves to really any of the networks, whether it's Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, I don't know which one. Why you look and listen to that in an almost addictive way when you're not getting anything that actually is. You're getting snippets of recorded reality, which is already the past. And then, oh boy, the red onion today. Pastrami on rye is the special today at the Red Onion. Wow. And the rest of it you're getting is just crude fantasy, political opinion, nonsense, crap. So why aren't we up in arms that the measles kills 60,000 people a year in America? And yet we're all running for masks. And measles is highly contagious. We're running for masks because 20 or 30 have died of a strain of flu. You see how the media creates our reality for us? The church creates our reality for us. Bureaucracies, institutions, religious or secular, attempt to create our reality for us, and it's fantasy, it's their own illusion, and usually it's for self-serving, manipulative means. So don't be frightened by what you hear on the radio or especially what you see on TV, which is the most onerous, in my opinion, and the most corrupt of all the various media that we may indulge in. Thanks for being with me. I just came to the library. I'm going in to be a librarian now for 3 hours, taking all my books with me into heaven on earth. A library, heaven on earth. I'm glad you're with me, and I'll see you either later today when I get off. I might one more shot when I get out of the library and tell you how it was, or I'll see you next time. Prodigal Pastor, thanks for being with me. I really appreciate you watching my videos, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. It would be great if you subscribed to Prodigal Pastor. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. All right. Just coming home from the library. Just got out of the library. Happy to say, I like being at the library. Oh, it's lovely. Only my car won't go. There we go. And I got a bunch of books. Oh my goodness. I can't show them all to you, but I haul books when I work at the library. Look at this one. I got this one. This one is awesome. Left to Tell by Immaculée Ilibagiza, a Rwandan, discovering God amidst the Rwandan Holocaust. I've been to Rwanda, right in the center of Africa. 1994, 25 years ago now, but it'll never be forgotten by the Rwandans and shouldn't be by the rest of the world. There was a genocide by one tribe against another, aided and abetted and set up by European whites and probably American whites too. Oops, wait a minute. And anyways, it was horrible. 1 million Rwandans killed each other with machetes, mostly, like hacked each other to death over ethnic, tribal, racist concerns, one tribe versus the other. Oh boy, it's a horrible story. Oh my gosh. Anyways, this woman lived through it and discovered spirituality, discovered God in the midst of it. And I guess if you're going to discover God, you could do it that way if you have the courage and the, well, actually it's revelation. That's the thing about God. Here's the thing about God, in my opinion. Here's the thing. Truth, God, whatever you want to call it. You can't, there's no pathway. That's what is so foolish and childish about the church. Is the church wants to basically say, in one way or the other, that you can learn, there's a pathway, there's 6 steps. There's the Romans road. There's this trail you can intellectually take with your head that'll allow you to reach the infinite. You know, I used to joke with the church when I was a pastor that the 6 steps of a great marriage are useless. It's foolish. It's dang stupid. You don't get there that way. You can't go after truth like you're trying to get the best deal on a used car. And that's what's wrong with the church. It dumbs down everything so foolishly. And the joke used to be that, you know, when you're having a fight with your wife, and I know none of you that are married ever had fights with their wives, but if and when you ever do have a fight with your wife, nobody is going to stop and say, wait, honey, I'm really mad at you, but let's remember the pastor's 6 steps that he preached 2 Sundays ago. Step 1. What was step 1? Let's go look at our notes. Let's look at the notes he gave us. I mean, it's so foolish. And we have been trained by the church, because the church is in its essence, in the church's genesis, if I can use that word. The birth of the church in America was an intellectual, political, economic birth. It had nothing to do with God. Nothing whatever. I'm talking about the church as we know it today. The church that wants you to go through the classes to become a member. Why does a church have classes to have a membership? Why? Why do you have to go through classes to become a member of a church? I don't want to become a member anyways. We've talked about this in other videos. If you're trying to become a member of a church, I want to warn you, it's the worst decision you could make. I almost made it after I was out. This church that we visited about 5 years ago, I thought, oh, this is the church. Oh, I was seduced, stupefied. They got me. Because, you know, I was kind of yearning for community. And I still thought you can find community, you know, in the local church. And it's very, very, very difficult. There's community, real community in the local church. It's an exception. But I was looking for it. And that's the other problem. You'll never find it by looking for it. It doesn't work that way. Anyways, I almost joined this church. And thank God I have a wife who knows better. And she said, no. Let's just go a couple times. We don't need to become members. And I'm like, you know, the guy that's seen the new motorcycle going, but I want to be a member. Like a 10-year-old, you know. You ever been with that guy? I need this motorcycle. I need this. I need these new tools. I need this. I need this gun. I need this camping equipment. I need it. That's the 12-year-old that makes up most of our society. I was one. I probably still am in certain ways. And she said no, and so we just went a couple more times, and good grief. The next times we went, we saw the whole thing, because they received from some members. And I remember sitting there thinking, I wish it was us. I want to be up there with those members coming into, becoming members. And then all of a sudden I'm listening and they're repeating stuff about we'll be loyal to the pastor and honor the pastor and obey the pastor and come every Sunday. And I'm going, good God Almighty, here we go again. That's why churches have membership classes, to train you to be a good citizen, a respectable citizen. Run away from respectability. Run away from being a good citizen in the local church. Run. And so, to say that is also to say that the church, in its childishness, in its nonsense, has decided that spirituality is something you learn and are committed to and are loyal to. And it's just the biggest crock of scam on the face of the earth. Here we are going down Old Crooks Trail toward Stagecoach Road, or Stagecoach Boulevard, and then we get to Horse Thief Road. The street address, Horse Thief Road, of yours truly. Every prodigal pastor should live on Horse Thief Road or something like it. So, like I said when I first started today on my way, the whole idea with, be afraid of the coronavirus and do this and do that. And listen, if you're watching CNN or Fox News and expecting to get reality, you're sadly doomed to frustration, or else you'll be seduced into the same nonsense that they're putting out over the air. The same nonsense the church puts out about going to class and signing a belief statement and, oh yes, we believe what you believe. Yes, we'll be loyal to the pastor. Yes, we'll be good little children. We'll come every Sunday and we'll put money in the offering, tithe, of course, minimum. We'll put money in the offering and we'll speak well and we'll show up. Yes, we'll be here. I mean, somebody has to support this pastor's vision, the pastor's vision, right? I don't know. Better run away. Prodigal Pastor, thanks for being with me. If you want to subscribe, you get more of this semi-crazy stuff. But it's good because you don't want to be respectable. You don't. Thank you for watching. I wish you the best in everything. And I'll be back to see you again. Welcome back, neighbor. We'll be together again. Till then, bless you with all spiritual blessings.